Ever since the day Kobe Bryant walked into the league, he's always been compared to one individual.
Who would that be?
That would be one
The
Michael Jordan, the greatest of all time, or so they say. However, let's actually take a look at what the numbers have to say. 29,000 points in his career so far. Do you know how many points Michael Jordan had scored when he was 34?
They don't have it broke down by total point. At least what
I
I'm
did.
looking at
I did
right
my
now.
homework on this one.
Good for you, brother.
Try 26,000, 3,000 fewer points. So yeah, Kobe's actually it's more than 3,000. It's about 3,500.
Yeah.
Also, let's take a look at some rebounding numbers. Kobe has, 6,100 rebounds in his career. By the time Michael Jordan was 34, you know how many rebounds he had?
Not 6,100 because he finished with, I think, 66. So, yeah, there's no way he had 6,100.
Yeah, try about 5,000.
Yeah.
So, Kobe, 3,500 points more, 1,500 rebounds more. Well, they say it's all about assists, right? Everyone always gives Kobe, Kobe never gets assists. Let's see. Kobe Bryant, so far in his career, has 5,400 assists. Michael Jordan, when he was 34, you want to know how many assists he had?
Well, again, I'll tell you, he finished with 5,600, so I'm saying he didn't have 5,400.
Try about 47.
Wow.
So let's see, more points, more rebounds, more assists. Man, well, Jordan was famous for championships. I mean, that was Jordan's thing, right? I mean, let's see, Kobe's won 5 championships. How many championships did Jordan have when he was 34?
Well, being a huge Rocket fan, I do know 2 years, because I can remember where I was, what I was doing, and I know the Rockets won it in 93 and 94, and I know they were bookended by 3-peats by Mr. Jordan's Bulls, so that means they won it 90, 91, 92, skipped 2 years for the Rockets, winning in 93 and 94, and then them winning it 95, 96, 97. So he only had 5 at this particular moment.
Actually, you're off by a year. Slide
that's
everything
right,
forward.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, slide everything back 1 year. You're right.
He had 4.
Yeah.
So, wait, you mean to tell me
That Kobe's
that
got 5.
Kobe's got more championships, more points, more rebounds, and more assists than Michael Jordan did when he was 34?
Well, because I can look back and know what the final body of work is, it makes me think that with what has happened in this offseason, that there's going to be a serious argument, more than likely, come June of 2013 as to, because at that point, Mr. Bryant, after turning 34, will have 6 before Mr. Jordan, turning 36, had 6. So, and with just the numbers that you put out there, I can assure you that Skip Bayless will proclaim that Kobe Bryant, and I think all signs right now point to the Lakers being the favorites out of the East.
The West.
Or the West, I'm sorry, to represent the Western Conference and more than likely play Miami. But and I think there's probably a lot of people that will tell you that the Lakers are, the favorites to win it all. But if Kobe gets number 6 this year, regardless, if he gets it number 6 next year, I had never looked at his numbers quite that close, obviously. I still am going to go with the, just court presence, killer instinct. I'm going to take Michael any day, but I see what you're saying. I'm even going to give a little bit of a slight edge. All stars are surrounded by good players, always. I mean, nobody ever does it on their own. That's part of the reason why LeBron left Cleveland. But I am going to give a slight edge to Kobe in the supporting cast department. But I still am not going to take anything away from his talents by having those.
That's absolutely fair. Michael Jordan certainly never played with anybody like Shaquille
A big man.
O'Neal. Although, let's not forget, he did have Scottie Pippen, who was one of the NBA's 50 greatest players when they came out with that list. So let's not act like Jordan was surrounded by slouches.
Well, and at the time, Tony Kukoc was the premier European player.
He sure was.
Dennis Rodman was a
the greatest rebounder
rebounding
of all time.
machine. And, Horace Grant, which he had, kind of at the early, and even, who was the other? Didn't he have Oakley? Didn't Oakley come through Chicago? So, I mean, he had some bangers down there to protect him. He just didn't have a big
Don't forget Steve Kerr shooting threes.
Shooting lights out. Craig Hodges even could drain a few. So, yeah, but again, I'm not going to say that because Kobe's had a little bit better supporting cast, that takes anything away from it. I just wanted to make that statement or opinion from myself. But going on what you just showed me, and the amount of championships, I think, like I said, Lakers come out, run the table, take care of business in June. There's going to be some serious consideration for how can you say one or the other?
Yeah.
Other than just the eye test.
I was saying, I like to say, facts are facts. Facts can't lie. Facts are just facts. In this case, numbers are facts. Numbers can't lie. They're just there. They're recorded history, and everything that you look for in a basketball player, Kobe Bryant's ahead of Michael Jordan at the same point in their lives.
And think about how many more minutes Kobe has played
Now,
than Michael.
now let's be fair though. Kobe did come into the league at 18 years of age, so he did get a head start on all these things.
But I was just referring to the amount of international play that Kobe did, the wear and tear on his body that Michael probably didn't have. I mean, Kobe's played so much international ball. I mean, wasn't this his third Olympic team?
It might have even been his fourth.
Okay, yeah. So, and then it's not just every 4 years that those guys are playing. I mean, they're playing in the World Championships
every year.
So you just think about the mileage that's on Kobe's legs. Not to mention, I mean, yes, he started earlier than Michael, like you said, but I'm just talking about the extra mileage outside of the NBA season that Kobe's put on his body versus what Michael put on his.
Yeah, and let me clarify too. I'm not saying that Kobe Bryant is a better player than Michael Jordan, but if you look at their bodies of work at the same point in their lives, you cannot deny Kobe Bryant has accomplished more than Michael Jordan by the time they were 34. You just can't. Kobe scored more, rebounded more, had more assists, and had more championships. So a 34-year-old Kobe Bryant has been more successful than a 34-year-old Michael Jordan was.